Yo, what's going on, internets? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from the Last Slice boys. We have over here, we have Bodega Cat.
Woo!
And we have Jimbo the Kid.
Yep.
So, today the new trailer for The Matrix Resurrections has dropped. And we're going to check out this trailer, and you're going to get to see our reaction on it. Before we start, do you guys have anything you guys want to say before the trailer? You have any thoughts or any predictions?
Neo's gonna die.
What, Neo's gonna die?
Neo's gonna die.
Oh man.
Keanu Reeves is gonna die in this one. We're gonna find the God Killer of the Matrix.
Who, the God Killer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
See what happens. But the literally like the past, what was it, like the first one and the second one were dope. Third one was alright. But let's see what happens. But if you guys are ready to get into the nitty gritty of this.
Yep.
Alright, Bodega, you want to do a countdown for us to press play?
In 3, 2, 1. MPH.
MPH.
The visuals are gonna be insane.
Yeah.
This is just cyberpunk, real life.
So wait, is he in the real world?
Yeah. Is this the werewolf?
Stop it.
We got a whole bottle of blue pills. What?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
That was probably an oracle. What?
The hell is that?
Oh, it's a younger version.
Wait,
that
was that
younger?
young Morpheus?
Father Rabbit.
Wait, what?
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting, and why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
What?
Wait, this is coming out on Christmas?
Oh.
Nah, this dude's back? Oh, snap.
He dies.
Wait, what?
What?
No.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Wait, what?
You saw him curve that rocket?
Yeah. Wait, I'm so confused.
I'm lost.
What happened in the third one? They destroyed the Matrix?
What?
Is that what
just
happened?
I don't know.
I'm so confused because it starts off, it looks like he's in the real world, but I don't know if this is like some time travel thing because that guy looks like a young Morpheus.
You know, I gotta do my freeze frame here. Wait a minute.
What?
I just freeze framed. I think they're going back to the original movies.
Wait, so they're gonna
Yeah.
time travel to the original movies?
Yeah. Because in those flash scenes in the beginning,
Yeah.
if you freeze frame it, right? There's scenes from the original movie. Like there's this scene where
Oh,
Trinity
yeah.
is there's scenes where Trinity's inside that room on the computer
Mm-hmm.
and she has her hands up when the cops come in. There's one of those. There's the scene where Neo gets out of the vat. What?
So wait a minute. The blue pill is what, to sedate you or whatever, but the red pill is what opens your mind or to see what's actually going on.
I don't even remember, to be honest.
I totally forgot like which one was which.
This movie is going to be
It's
like a
called The
cyberpunk.
Matrix Resurrections, so I'm assuming that they're gonna stick with the script of religion, in a sense, because isn't the whole purpose supposed to be about Christ?
Yeah.
Since the first one,
Yeah.
so maybe he's gonna come back somehow, just resurrect. We have to compare.
Ah.
We have to compare religion to the movie.
Yeah.
How would he come back and resurrect?
Gotcha.
We got to think outside the box, because I don't know. Because doesn't he die at the end of the last one?
Yeah, doesn't he die and then you just see like a sun or a sunset or something like that?
Right.
So if he
So-
dies in the last one and he has a sunset and it's resurrection, how does he come back? That's the question. Does he really
So-
die?
So let me get this straight. This black dude is young Morpheus, you think?
I'm assuming so. He looks
I'm
just like him.
assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
And they stuck with the original. With what's her name? Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why couldn't they stick with the original actor for Morpheus?
Who knows? He might be in the movie.
Yeah, but that the chick who plays Trinity, I think she looks really young. She hasn't aged a day.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they use her. But
This is
I'm
crazy.
wondering how he comes back, though.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Because when he
I'm like-
dies, does the Matrix itself, the simulation, die?
No, that's the question I was going to ask. When he dies, does he die in the real or the artificial world? I think he comes back in the world he didn't die in. Does
Did
that
you
make
know-
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice that one scene where he goes to grab Trinity's hands and the green lines start coming down her face as if she's like,
Oh, like the
Coming
coding?
yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. I don't know. I'm a little confused.
It's like if he's going back in time to the beginning of the Matrix.
It could be that too.
Why? But why pick that time?
Exactly.
Unless he has to go to that time to figure something out or something or stop something.
It could possibly be just like Star Wars Rogue One situation where it's a pivotal
Like-
sequence to the movies.
Mm.
I love the fact that the agents are back.
I don't know if this is true or not, but wasn't there in the originals Morpheus was comparing someone? He wasn't there someone who was like Neo before in the originals before Neo became Neo?
You're
Oh,
correct.
yeah. That is true.
So
We still
Isn't
don't
it
know
possible?
if Neo's. We don't know if he's the actual one.
that's the thing. But what if this Neo now that resurrects is the one?
Could be. Or unless they're going to introduce like a new character who was the original Neo or something like that back in the day. And that's why the other characters are kind of like younger.
My thing is that if Neo goes back into the future to make sure he guides Morpheus in the direction of finding him in the future, but he knows the outcome of the future,
Yeah.
right? So what's the purpose of him going back in time?
Hmm.
But wasn't when Neo was training him, he was saying that there was somebody that was kind of like Jesus Christ, but or like I don't know, he was like the legit person that they all looked up to.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, did you guys notice there's two scenes in the movie, in the trailer, I mean, where Neo's staring at his reflection and he's old?
Hey Google, turn the lights to
Yeah, I saw that
80%.
too.
Is Neo old in the real world? Is he old in the Matrix world? Like, what is that signifying? Like, how is he old? Where is he old? You know?
Yeah. I'm trying to find that scene. Where is that at? He's like looking in a mirror, right?
Yeah, he's like looking in a mirror and he's old.
Oh yeah, I see that. His like face is like morphing or something like that.
Yeah. So I just confirmed it. That is young Morpheus.
Oh, it is.
Uh-huh.
It's just weird. It's like, why is he going back in time? And I think the blue pill is what sedates you from seeing what's actually happening. I think the red pill is where you actually see what the hell's happening.
Right.
So unless after the third movie he started just taking the blue pills to sedate that, and then the young Morpheus probably pops up and gives him the red one.
Here's something to throw at you. That dojo scene. That's a throwback to when he fought Morpheus in the first movie. Remember the dojo scene when he taught him kung fu?
Yeah.
And so Neo already knows kung fu, and then he says to Morpheus, "You don't know me." What? How does he not know him?
Well, because I think that's his younger self, so he's just like, he hasn't met Neo yet.
Yeah. And then who is that guy sitting in the chair that looks like it's in the psychiatric's office?
Yeah.
You know, who's that dude? And he knows about the Matrix. How does he know about the Matrix? You know?
I don't know, unless... it's crazy. Unless there's like layers to the Matrix, I don't know.
I like how they threw the Alice in Wonderland book there
Oh,
as a nod.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then also too, you have that one scene in the trailer where Trinity's, I think she's still hooked up to the machine, but she looks different. She has like a shaved head. So at the end of the third one, she made it out alive though, right?
I thought she did.
So unless she's still hooked up to the simulation or something like that, I don't know.
Did Neo create the Matrix? That's a good question.
The Red Queen's off with her head.
So the craziest part about it is if you're trying to get into the religious theory of this, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Neo is Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who Trinity's character would be compared to. This is so oddball. Like, this trailer is mind-boggling. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
The visual effects are going to be stunning, but it's cyberpunk. This is definitely cyberpunk. And how did he curve that rocket? You saw that?
Yeah.
This dude just went like that and curved it. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, but there's many things that they could have done because he was stopping bullets though too. So
right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just the same storyline as Jesus resurrecting
Yeah.
from the dead. But what's the purpose of him coming back? What's the resurrection for? Trying to think. Because Agent Smith is dead, right? They took him out. It was him and
Right.
the robots.
Yeah.
What do they call them?
Damn, what were those robots called?
The agents, maybe? Did you notice that little symbolism in that one scene where Neo's in like an elevator and everybody's on their device and he's not, and then he looks up at the mirror reflection?
Yeah.
That's some symbolism right there.
Oh, so wait a minute. The robots are the Sentinels, or a Sentinel, and they're robots that serve the Matrix in the reality.
Mm.
So, so in the older ones, when they were in that apocalyptic like underground world, is that reality? Is that what it was?
You mean Zion?
Yeah, I guess like that whole like apocalyptic like looking like area or whatever with those robots. I'm assuming that's the real world.
Mm.
And then like the world that looks normal is probably the Matrix.
This is wild. I keep having to play it over and over again just to keep seeing and catching little things here and there.
Yeah, I don't know.
We might see a Morpheus origin because there's one scene where Morpheus is staring at himself in the mirror and then he goes to touch it and it starts jiggling. That might be Morpheus's origin into the Matrix. Because remember when Neo touched the mirror and the
Yeah.
goo got on his fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he stops bullets. I don't know. I've never understood the Matrix, to be honest. Like, it's been pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy concept of a
Yeah.
movie.
It here's a crazy theory. What if he comes back, because in the trailer he doesn't know who he is,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right? So he comes back, doesn't know who he is.
Right.
This is just another replication of the original movie, The Matrix. So he remembers who he is.
Mm.
And it could just be another universe or loop in the system that he
Mhm.
replays all over again.
Could
Mhm.
be. Unless like I don't know, unless the Matrix rebooted itself and started like a whole new version of it. Because I'm also wondering like who's this new character, the chick.
With the blue hair?
Mm-hmm.
With the rabbit on her arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Jimbo. It's almost like a reboot of the original movie. Because we see the red and the blue pill, right? He's been taking the blue pills to suppress himself. Morpheus offers him the red pill now. Then they had the follow the white rabbit like in the first movie. So he follows the white rabbit. She brings him into the Matrix again. It could be like an entire like reboot of what we
So,
know.
because the Matrix is supposed to be you're connected into the system, right? And that system is a bunch of simulations within the computer. Is it not? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Because you're disconnected from reality, and their reality is in those, whatever you call them, connected by wire through the back of the head. So this could be another simulation of like a rebirth of Neo, because he comes in not knowing who he is, and he uses them to find out who he is at the end.
Mm.
So that could give you more opportunity to create another villain for him, because it could be another different timeline or a different scenario, a different universe.
It's weird that him and Trinity don't know each other.
Well, he doesn't know anybody,
Yeah.
because remember, he died.
Yeah.
So he's resurrecting as Neo, but his memory is wiped out.
I'm wondering what's the significance of the rubber ducky on the forehead.
The rubber ducky.
Cyberpunk.
Like, what does that have to do with anything? And then Trinity's bracelet also, that's another quick little thing. Like, what does that signify?
I don't know, unless like whoever the bad guy is rebooted the simulation.
And Neo doesn't know who he is, and in the movie he finds out he's the one.
It could be.
He said he had dreams. What did he say? Because this is like a movie. I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. So he knows something happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then it does flashbacks with all the movies that, that specific scenes that he remembers. Like him coming out disconnected from the Matrix. So he probably has an idea who he is.
Yeah.
But he's probably trying to find a way for him to remember who he really is, his past memories.
Yo, I think that chick with the glasses is the younger Oracle.
The younger one?
A younger Oracle.
Yeah.
Remember the
I
Oracle
think
lady?
so. Yeah.
I think that chick with the glasses in the trailer is a younger Oracle.
You mean Jada Pinkett?
Is that Jada Pinkett?
No, Jada Pinkett was in The Matrix.
No. I'm talking about that old lady that he went to go see
Oh, that is the Oracle. The one with the
in
spoon.
the apartment building.
The one
I
with
think
the
this-
spoon?
I think this chick in the coffee shop with the glasses on is the younger version of the Oracle, because she kind of looks like the old lady a little bit, same skin tone, full lips, and I'm kind of like, they freeze on her for a second. I'm like, I think she's the new Oracle.
How about this? I don't know. This is weird. What if this is the real world before the Matrix?
Could be.
What if this is actual real life?
Wait, hold
Well,
on.
he said the only thing that matters to you is still here. I know why you're still fighting. Is the only thing that matters to him Trinity? Because that's who was the only thing that matters to him. That's why you're still here.
And maybe he goes into the real world to find Trinity before she becomes Trinity.
Didn't she died in the Matrix, right? In the Matrix movies?
Trinity?
Right. So,
Think so.
is he going back to save her so she doesn't die?
I don't know.
Maybe changing the course? All this time travel stuff in the movies nowadays is bugging me, man. I can't get behind it.
And then what was it? In the normal world, wasn't Neo a programmer or something like
He was
that?
a computer programmer. He was a hacker.
So what if he hacked the system? When he dies, he gets reincarnated.
As like unless he programmed something in
Oh,
the
shit,
coding
how about
or something
this?
like that.
How
It's a
about
cheat
this?
code.
How about this? What if, since he's probably dead in the Matrix, what if it's just his memories?
That could be true.
But
So
why is
he's
he
dead, but his memories are playing back. His consciousness.
Wait a minute. This is like crazy. So this is like kind of like a concept from the movie Free Guy. Imagine
Okay.
Neo is like kind of like Free Guy.
right?
You remember when they rebooted the system, he lost his memory, but it was still there in the coding.
Right.
So it could be the same scenario now with this. Neo could have been rebooted, doesn't know who he is, but there's some kind of memory bank in the coding or in the programming, and he needs to figure out a way to unlock it. And maybe by, I
It
guess,
does. To then come back alive in his real body.
yeah. Because if the dude was a hacker, he might have probably put some behind the scene coding or something like that. And whatever program Neo is or something like that.
And in the trailer, it shows that he takes the blue pill and not the red pill.
Right.
In
he
the
keeps
original,
taking them.
which one does he take? The red pill?
The red
yeah,
pill.
the red
Okay,
pill.
the red pill was the pill of truth,
Mm-hmm.
and the blue pill was just to keep the same over and over again, right? So he's taking the blue pills now. So I wonder if the blue pills is him in real life, him staying down in that world. Because, mind you, he still has those powers.
I think he's an old man in the real world. because that reflection he keeps seeing in the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if he's old, how does he stay old if he's dead?
that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the future Neo. He probably comes back to life somehow. But what's the purpose of him coming back, resurrected? Like, who's his villain gonna be? The agents again?
I don't know. And also, too, in the original movie, he was a programmer. Was he doing programming for like a company or something like that?
He hands that floppy disk to some guy in the first movie, I remember.
Yeah.
He hands it to him.
Vegas. If you go to 103,
103.
Yeah.
okay, you're at 103.
Yeah.
Now, if you press play to go to like 105, go to 105.
Whoa!
That's not a. That's the way the CGI is set up. That's terrible CGI job if they're intentionally doing that. But that looks like a video game.
No, at 103, did you notice it's his face in the background?
Oh, on the big screen when he was younger.
In the big screen when he was younger.
I didn't see that.
The Matrix, the actual movie, or what is perceived as playing in the background, that's his face in the background.
That was
So, and then he goes up to the mirror. So that's a young Neo. Then it's supposedly an old Neo, but the old Neo doesn't even look like good CGI. It looks like a computer programming video game.
Right. Right. You're right.
So it's with CGI, with the way they do Star Wars, they do
Right.
all the CGI, they nail it perfectly. That's a terrible rendition of him being old.
Yeah.
So what if that's a video game? Him older in the future,
Could be.
or like what do they call it? Holographic image of him. Because in that scene, you have him younger in the back of the screen, you have him now, and then you have an older version of him. But he looks like a computer there. He looks like computer graphics.
Yeah.
So that scene in the trailer at 104, right? It's like literally split seconds to go through. It's definitely his face in the background, right? And
Yeah.
that's the part of the Matrix movie. Remember when he got picked up, I believe it was like by police or something, and then his face gets locked up? Remember when his face gets sealed?
Yeah.
Right? And he's wearing the blue shirt? That's that scene right there playing in the background. Now, if you notice, he's looking in the mirror, but if you actually freeze it, when he's seeing old self of him, it looks like there's projectors as if he's in a movie theater, possibly watching his own life the way it happened. And then when it goes to Lawrence Fishburne, if you keep going through it second by second, right before he is about to hand him the pills, there's beams of light like projectors displaying, I guess, those scenes on the walls. So it's kind of like he walked into this room and he's watching his life play from the other Matrixes, and then he sees himself in the mirror old, and then all of a sudden he turns around, Morpheus is there with the two pills, like, do you want to understand what happened? So he clearly doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. So they show the book Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah.
Right?
right? What if I don't know too much of that story enough to know exactly what it's about. But they show the book, then they show him going with that lady who gives him the red pill. Morpheus gives him the red pill. He takes it, and she goes, "Follow me if you want to know the truth." Then they walk through a mirror. Alice in Wonderland in the beginning of the book also walks through a mirror and then goes into Wonderland.
Oh.
So we have to try to compare whoever knows the story if they're trying to follow something there. What's the story of Alice in Wonderland? Anybody know? I have no idea.
Well, trying
All
to
I
think.
know it was written by a guy who was on drugs. That's all I
Yeah.
know about that.
Yeah. So Alice, I know, falls down a hole, and she's in this like fantasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's in this other world, and then at the end of it, I know she wakes up from it. So it was almost like it was all a dream.
Yeah.
And that could be the whole movie right there. That could literally just be the basis.
Oh, what's this?
That this is all fake. It's a dream. It's
It's a
another
dream.
simulation.
It's just another simulation.
Huh.
It
And
could
maybe
be.
young Morpheus is trying to help him remember.
Yeah.
And when he says, "You don't know me" in the dojo, young Morpheus just goes, "No?" Question mark. So
It still looks like the Matrix still exists. It looks like they
Right.
still have these pods, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like it's still operating. I thought, was the Matrix destroyed in the last one? No, right?
No, because I think it was just Neo that was just destroyed, or he was killed. So I don't know, unless the Matrix is still running or whatever.
hmm.
And then unless, what was it, the agent might have probably came back.
Oh, wait. Hold up. If you go to...
So
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. This is really interesting. If you go to 154, actually go to 152, press play when the agent is pointing the gun at his head. Watch
Mhm.
what he does, and then keep replaying it.
he has something in his hand and he's fiddling
No.
with it.
No, he's trying to feel if he can feel the rain.
Mm.
Watch it. Keep replaying it. He's trying to feel if the water's real. I don't even think he knows if it's real or not.
Did you notice at 156, it looks like a movie screen again and something's playing again in the background?
Yeah.
At 156?
Yeah, it looks like that movie theater I was saying again, and they're shooting at the stage. The SWAT team is shooting at the stage.
Oh,
and
they
there's-
shoot a rocket, but it goes through a portal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the original movie, were mirrors like a big part of the plot?
I don't think so. I
Because
think
in this, what I'm seeing from the trailer is that
it's a lot of mirrors,
a lot of mirrors.
which is symbolism for Alice in Wonderland. That they're different worlds.
So yeah, it could be portals. So that, wait a minute. So the first set of movies could be one Matrix. There could be other hundreds of
Multiple
other.
universes. And
Hold on,
that
hold
these
on.
mirrors are allowing him to go through these portals to
Yep.
go
Hold
through
on.
optimal worlds.
Hold on. That rocket you just mentioned, did you notice when they shoot it at the screen, it goes through a portal, but it's the same rocket that's going through that train and goes through the train? So that, it's like you said, it's like the mirrors are portals. So
Wait. Oh shit. Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes to a different setting.
Yeah.
it follows right through to the train.
So
So is the train portion in the Matrix and the SWAT portions in the real world, are they able to
shit,
throw
how about
stuff?
this? Go to 158 and pause it. Go to 158 and pause it. You see that it's a door with a wall and then a train inside the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a different world.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. The rocket goes to a whole different place when they're in the train.
So there
So
could be multiple programs of the Matrix. then.
Multiple matrices. So did the SWAT team from one matrix shoot that rocket and it's going through the other matrix where Morpheus, Neo, and this blue-haired chick are in a different matrix running from them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay up on this Alice in Wonderland shit. But if you go to 158, where they're in the train, if you look to the left, there's an animated, I think I want to say swan.
Oh yeah, I
On
see
the
it on the
wall.
wall.
Yeah, it's like a
That
dove.
looks like a drawing that would be in Alice in Wonderland.
Could be
in the
too.
original book.
My best guess is that this is an alternate version of the Matrix, and their version of Neo could be that girl with the blue hair.
Now you said Trinity does die, right?
I think so.
But then in 204, it looks like she's waking up from the Matrix. So how about this theory? So
Oh yeah, they both
what?
died in the third movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
they both died, and so did
But then
Agent
she,
Smith.
but she. Oh, here. Okay. Now I know the words. I think I know. I think I know. I think I solved it. I think he hops through different matrices to find someone compatible to what Trinity was in the old ones, and he finds her to bring her back to life in a different universe. But Morpheus and that team helps and guides him to remember who he is Neo. He's the one. And he goes through different dimensions to find Trinity or another remaining body of Trinity. Because think about it, in worlds they say there is more than just you.
Yeah.
There's multiple versions of you. So what if he finds Trinity in a different matrix? And this whole movie is him trying to get back and relearn his roots and go back to save her, because she wakes up, or she's getting lifted up from the matrix because she's still connected in, which is probably why she didn't know who he is. So he probably coded and found another version of her.
Why was Trinity's face doing that green thing?
Well, with the coding?
Yeah. What if Trinity is not real? What if Trinity is like a machine or fake?
Or
And
just
if you
a
go
program?
if you go to 207, he touches a mirror, and it goes in.
Right. It's the same thing from the previous in one of the previous movies. He touched a mirror, and then that goo got on his fingers. I was saying.
Yeah, and Morpheus realizes that the mirror is another portal. That he learns that he can go through the portal, and it's around 207.
Yeah, there's a lot of mirrors and doors.
A lot of the doors and mirrors, yeah. It gives me like an Inception type of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like tripping me out.
So, do we know? Is there supposed to be another movie after this, or this is it?
It could be leading up to a whole new trilogy, and I'm assuming there's gonna be like a new set of like people that have to like stop the Matrix or whatever.
So Neil Patrick Harris, which is I think his therapist,
Right.
says after all these years, to be going back to where it all started, back to the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going back. I don't know.
Is he? He's probably going back to save Trinity.
Probably, yeah.
Because remember, that's like the love of his life.
But she also died, and then he comes back. How does he come back?
It's almost like a Romeo and Juliet story, if you think about it, how they both die.
Could be.
Because I see a lot of like a lot of different videos of like one video to my right says, "How is Neo alive?" I'm tempted to look at it because I'm gonna talk myself stupid. I feel I'm gonna talk myself crazy because there's so many options you can do with simulations.
Right.
But there's a reason why these mirrors exist in these doorways.
It's crazy.
Because wasn't doors also important in the original Matrix?
I think so.
Yeah.
Was
they
it there
walk-
ways you can walk through doors, right? Now, what was the
Right.
purpose of those doors? What did they say? Was you because they had to definitely teach him about the doorways. That doorways can lead to other
Could be other sectors of the Matrix.
So now the doors were involved in the old school movies.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're incorporated mirrors, but those
Oh,
mirrors
wait.
have.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pause you right there. A back door is a type of door that can be used to access nearly any part of the matrix. Within the construct, they are a series of dark green doors on a seemingly endless white corridor, unlocked by a specially made key the keymaker had. These were used by programs to quickly get from one place to another. Remember that scene in one of the previous films?
Mm-hmm.
The long corridor of doorways?
Yeah. I remember that.
So is he in that hallway this entire time, accessing different parts of the Matrix? That was in the
Right.
Matrix Reloaded.
Okay, and then how about this? So those doors, you need a key to get into those doors, right?
Right.
What if Neo is the key to enter those mirrors?
Unless, like, in his programming, he has access to get into those things. He has, like, authority.
But then it shows Morpheus touching the mirror, and he's in shock.
Yeah.
So maybe Neo teaches him how to access the mirrors as well.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So, if, like you said in the original one, they were mentioning someone who was, like, kind of like the chosen one. Could this be, like, a full circle thing? Like, where Neo
Yeah.
goes back now, where Morpheus is younger,
And he's the one.
and
He's
the
legit the one.
But this Morpheus doesn't know who this guy is. But then
Yes.
we'll eventually meet him later
In
on
the future.
In the future.
That he becomes the teacher of Morpheus.
Holy smokes. It's a possibility. It could be like that.
It's like if Morpheus always knew who he was.
So okay, here's my thing. I think this is how it's gonna happen. He dies. So Neo becomes the one, right? Morpheus
Right.
teaches Neo to become the one, and he becomes this all high and powerful. He was Coder, and he starts to understand the system, right? He dies. He gets resurrected again. What if this is just a movie of him being God? He's just God. He's just here now. He exists as this almighty being, and he's going and teaching these younger versions of people who are taking the red pill.
It's a possibility. It could be like that.
Because in the dojo scene that they try to replicate in the first one, where Morpheus beat the shit out of Neo, Neo is just like, ha, and fucks up Morpheus
Yeah.
in this one.
Yeah, this is a possibility.
I think he just I think this is him teaching Morpheus what he knows already.
So Morpheus could train him, I guess, in the future. Could be.
Well, how about this? You know how Trinity helped Morpheus in the beginning
Yeah.
and then helped out Neo? What if he recruits Trinity in this movie? So she's not dead. He goes back in time to find her, to also link her up with Morpheus. And then he goes to a different dimension at the end of the movie. So he basically teaches this team
Yeah.
about the Matrix, and then goes at the end of the movie somewhere else.
There's a possibility, I think. I don't know. This is like crazy.
But I want to know. I'm curious as to why they had a young, current, and then older version of him, but his older version didn't look like him. His older version looked like
a computer game character.
it looked like a computer CG. It's like not a CGI, but it's like a
game graphics.
actual game graphics, like a holographic image of him, and it's a terrible rendition. And they probably did that on purpose. That it could just lead to a video game. How about that? That's another thing. Oh my God. What if you don't need the bodies of people anymore? You don't need a being because you're taking their memories, and you're putting it into a computer software that he just becomes an image within a computer.
There's a possibility.
Like it becomes virtual reality. It becomes Ready Player One.
Oh, something like that. That is true. That is true. I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
just crazy.
I feel
Why?
like
In the trailer? You know, it's the one thing I noticed they didn't show. They didn't show the injection in the back of the neck, like in the previous Matrixes. Like how they enter the machine is that they put that needle in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
None of that is in this movie.
Well, do you have that one scene with Trinity in that chair where her head like pretty much shaved?
Yeah.
It's where is it at?
Where's that at?
Where's that scene at?
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
Yeah, that's at
Where's-
203.
203.
Mm-hmm. Because didn't
No, that's when you're birthed.
I have another question for you guys.
That's when you're birthed. You come out the slime with all those things attached to you.
like that?
Yeah, so Trinity's reborn and Neo's reborn. That's when you're birthed. Those are the pods.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. He goes to find her and train her and Morpheus. That's my theory. But if you go to 55, why is it when he gets the blue pills doesn't fall naturally with gravity? It navigates straight to the sink. The blue pills literally just
And he's
drop straight down, and they don't bounce around. It looks like it's magnetized.
Yeah.
And he's looking
Right.
at himself in a mirror at the same time.
Is that him trying to figure out what world he's in? Because remember in Inception, he had the dreidel.
Yeah.
So he looks at himself in the mirror and he's holding the pills and he drops them.
But they don't scatter like regular pills would scatter. They literally just clump up together by the sink.
Mm.
Bruh.
I don't know. This is like tripping me out.
This trailer is tripping.
Because I feel like this thing could go like any way.
And then when that girl leads him into that doorway on the rooftop, it's a mirror on the other side. They don't go through. He goes through a doorway through one side, but it's a mirror when he comes out the other side. What matters to you is still here, and I know that's why you're fighting and you still won't give up. What matters to him, Trinity. Trinity is the only thing that matters to Neo.
Hmm.
What if Trinity's not real?
What
if
she's
he's
just a program?
Yeah, what if he's chasing Trinity and she's just a program
I don't know.
this entire
That's
time?
And that's just a cycle.
Yeah.
It could be that too. It's probably just a running
A
cycle.
loop. I believe it's just a loop.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep continually being a loop.
I don't know. Boys, what would you rate this trailer?
Out of what? Like 10 or 5?
Let's do 10.
I'm going to give it 10. Just because it doesn't explain anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be brutal, and I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to go with like a 5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
I'm
think- What was your rating?
I was probably gonna give it like a 7 because, to be honest, I can 100,000% tell. You know how most movies try to make it that you could just watch it while understanding. This doesn't seem like one of those movies that someone who's never seen The Matrix could just watch it. I feel like you really have to watch the first 3 films,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of people are going to be confused. Like, I think I want to have a movie marathon before I see this and watch all 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it like this, we all 3 of us watched the films, and we were
Right.
confused watching it. So
Right.
someone who has no idea what's going on, they're
And the
probably
last
just lost.
Right. And the last thing I want to say is that the movie's called Resurrections. Multiple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plural.
Not resurrection, resurrection.
And
So that can go both ways. That can go 2 ways. All right, Joe, you give your score, and then I'll go with the 2 ways then.
Yeah. I was thinking of like giving it like a 7 or 7.5, just for the fact like it has like really really good action and stuff, and it has us like guessing and whatnot, but it doesn't really grab me like right away. Hopefully,
Right.
maybe in a second trailer, it'll show a little bit more to the story and stuff like that. Will make people like grasp onto it and stuff like that. But like,
Right.
I'll give it a solid like 7.5.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I gave it a 5. I dig you. I think you're great, and I apologize. I was a little bit too brutal, but I'm just being real. So the two options for resurrections go both ways, right? So it can go either resurrections, meaning that it's plural in the sense that Neo resurrected multiple times, or there's 2 people who resurrected at the same time, which I'm assuming it's going to be Keanu, it's going to be Neo and Trinity.
Yeah.
They're both the resurrections.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that. I have a feeling that's what they're trying to like go in the direction of for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely makes you think.
Because you have a point with the resurrections is plural and stuff, so it's not like the Matrix Resurrection. Like it's either or of
Yeah.
those concepts, I think.
And like I said, it could be it could be the resurrection of Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, that whole team,
Mm-hmm.
that whole team that came to save him,
Yep.
or pull him.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird just to think that.
It's very
There's just so
strange.
many ways you can go. There's so many
I
ways
keep-
you can go with it.
I keep replaying because it's so strange.
Because they went and grabbed Neo when he was a coder. He knew
Right.
nothing of it. He was just stuck in this in the system, and wasn't aware after he was aware after taking the red pill. But now he starts off not knowing who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He gets flashbacks, but he probably finds out who he is. Or what if he doesn't know? Like, how does this all play into this loop?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how does this all come back around full circle? Does he know who he is? Does he even know if he is Neo? Right?
Yeah.
What if he's just God and he helps them to find Neo? Right?
There's a possibility too.
What if he doesn't even know that his former self existed
Yeah.
and he just has Morpheus trained to better Morpheus, and then Morpheus finds out about Neo?
That's true too.
It's all fucked.
This
It's all
trailer is
fucked.
crazy.
It's all
This is how
fucked.
the first 3 Matrix. This is how the first 3 Matrices treated me. Like, it was just like I was so dumbfounded and confused. I had to rewatch those movies 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
just to get a grasp on what's happening. I feel like this one's gonna be the same thing. At least,
Oh,
like,
like- Sorry.
if I watch a Christopher Nolan movie, I can understand it. You know, but the Matrix films, nope.
I mean, it's the same concept.
Right.
You have to think outside the box. But
Yeah.
then also too
Right.
with these movies, there's so many options that I can go with that either you could be so way off, I could be completely way off, and they could
Right.
just have something. It could be either really simple or very intricate. So
Right.
there's no right or wrong answers because anything
Right.
when you're talking
Yeah.
about time, when you're talking about universes, portals, all this other stuff and computer stuff. And first of all, what the Matrix is supposed to be is simulation,
Right.
Yeah, it's like a
and isn't that
program.
didn't mathematicians come up with a solution saying that simulations could be possible right now? So it's like
Mm.
you're in that realm. So there's so many endless possibilities. And I want to be on record. I did not smoke today. I'm just saying, because I'm talking myself in circles. I know.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yep, that was our trailer reaction to The Matrix Resurrections. Yeah, we gave you guys like our score and stuff like that. And yeah, stay tuned for more trailer reactions throughout the upcoming weeks. Hopefully, there'll be more stuff coming out. And catch us every Tuesday for the Last Slice podcast. And yeah, that's it, guys. All right, tuning out.
Thank you for having me. Later.
Peace.
Later.